Now, I'm not gonna make fun of vertically challenged people, but as you can tell in the background, the angled allows a wide variety of folks, whether they're tall or short, to look in that glass and have a comfortable view. However, when you go up to a straight spotter, you're gonna create some issues, and it's not gonna be pleasant for the vertically challenged. Straight versus angled spotting scopes, and how do you choose? Well, first, I think the most important question you have to answer is, what are you gonna buy and what do you look for? Well, today we're working with a Leupold SX Pro Guide HD 15x45 straight and angled spotters. These have had 2 seasons worth of use from them, and I really like them. Durable construction, which is highly important, because man, once you get out in that field, you're kind of all by yourself. You can't send it in that day for a warranty or anything like that. It's got to last you the entire time. But these have high definition clarity. Each of them have the same magic coatings that'll give you all the inherent light capturing abilities and open up those hunting hours that you really need to spot. Also, rugged construction. Now I've got the neoprene covers on here, and that's just for, I guess for me, it's just an aesthetic thing, but it also allows me to grip really well, and you know what? It sheds a little bit of that water, but they are waterproof and fog proof, so that's an additional bonus for you. Tripod ready on all their scopes, and one thing I do like about them is that each the angled and the straight are cant ready. So if you need to cant the angle of that tripod or on the tripod, you're able to do that. So I really like that feature in both the straight and the angled. Also, you know, what you look for is extreme conditions. You know, this year hunting, I went from 20 degrees in the morning, so frigid temperatures in the morning, all the way up to like mid 60s. And so you want something that will cover a wide range of temperatures. And I think they tested these in like -40 all the way up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're doing that, basically you're spotting from a house fire. So I don't see that being an issue on these scopes, but let's head out onto the range and find out why you would choose an angled over a straight or a straight over an angled spotter. A lot of it has to do with your body position and making your spotting more comfortable. You know, when I look down on this spotter, I have a comfortable bend in my neck. It's very natural. But I step over here to the straight spotter, and especially extended glassing times, this is going to be, because your neck is kind of jutting forward. And again, with multiple sizes of people using it, I think all times you definitely choose that angled spotter. You know, if I was glassing steep angles with this, I'm gonna have to lower that spotter quite a bit. And then we're gonna have to adjust here. We're gonna adjust that. And even then, you talk about, you know, I'm not even seated right now. So this is going to be an issue when it comes time to sit down and glass on the side of a mountain, or if you're looking up. I will say this, an angled spotter on high slopes is going to be a little more difficult, but again, you've got this cant function here on that, and so I'll be able to glass down comfortably, keeping that same bend in the neck, so we are still on that same plane looking down. Those are just a couple of reasons why you would choose differing ones. But the straight, let's talk about that, because now you're talking like, oh my gosh, he's gonna talk about benefits of a straight angled and what would he use those for. What I'm gonna use it for is a lot of times early season, or if I'm driving around in my truck and I see something, I can throw that for quicker target acquisition because I'm on the same plane, and I'll use them in conjunction with a set of binos. If I'm just glassing and I don't need to get in on a target, what I'll do is I'll just take my binos, I'll put them up against that spotter. It adds a little stability to my binos, and I'm able to rotate, and that spotter is on the same level. Say I spot animal, I'll lock that down, and now I'm on the same plane. Okay, so that's kind of a neat little transition here between binos and spotter that I'll utilize quite a bit. Now, we've talked about all the traditional uses in which you would use a straight versus angled, but I'm going to give you just one tip that I found this last hunting trip that made an angled spotting scope well worth the money. This is periscoping. All right, we're good to glass. See? Very comfortable. It works.